Hi, I'm Xavier Goh, a representative of XI Productions, and I'm here to share about the general breakdown of the budget for our services. So, to start off, services will start from $600 onwards. It breaks down to three parts. First, it will be the planning process, or in more professional terms, pre-production, like planning of extras, locations, people you want to hire for photographers, for maybe to help out on the set, etc. $300 for 1 day of shoot, which we will count as 12 hours. It will be the most expensive service, as this is when our skill set will come to play the most, and that is the most crucial part, in my opinion, about a music video or a marketing video, whatever that is that we provide. So $200 will be for editing, as editing is the cornerstone of every edit. And without good editing services, without good editing skills, the video will fall short every single time. Dropping off at any part of this stage would mean that you still have to pay for the service fees. For example, if we are helping you plan for a video and you drop off at maybe the pre-production stage, you will still have to pay the $100, as the effort has already been put in to make the project possible for you. So there will be 5 main add-ons for projects like this: cast, location fees, time, equipment, and service fees, as shown over here. Just a disclaimer that these factors like cast and location fees, right, are external XI Productions and has to be sourced independently, meaning that we are not responsible to search for things like this, like cast and locations. However, we do have a PDF breakdown of the cost of these if you guys are interested in trying to outsource these, because we have experience trying to hire people as extras or cast or to film in the location. So please check it out down below if you guys have the time to. So now we'll start a detailed explanation of the breakdown. Filmmaking is very versatile, and there's no exact price tag you can really put in filming. Therefore, instead of just putting a fixed price, I'll need to give you guys a range, because changes will be made all the time in filming. So we'll start from the lowest, which is $600, as I said, the bare bone average, and the very highest, which you're about to find right now. However, the expectations is that we'll find ourselves maybe having the budget of the lower middle. You never really reach 600, nor will you really reach the top. It's always about the lower middle, because of 2 reasons. Number one, because the very upper, the very most of the cost that we can be predicting is a very, very high production shoot, which is pretty much Hollywood level if you were to ask me. Number 2 is because XI Productions will do everything in our power to try to minimize spending as much as possible. And that is from the integrity of us, that we would like to bring such services for you. And for the sake of this whole breakdown, let's just assume that the total amount that you will be using for cast is 1.2k, and for location it will be $480. Anyways, we'll start with the third point first then, because location and cast can't be something that we can explain right now. So let's start with the timing. Let's say there's an extra day of shoot, we will be adding on $300 based off the cost of production, $300. So basically every extra day that you shoot 12 hours, you will be paying $300 more, because after all, that's more effort added into our plate. Note that one shoot day is 12 hours, so if it's a half day like 6 hours, it will be $150. For equipment, we already have the bare bone average, like a tripod used to hold this camera, the Canon 90D, a zoom lens that we have right now. We have a box light used to use as a field light, and a key light over here, our Pavo Tube LED light series. We have a light stand, we have reflectors, we even have a mic that I'm using right now. So we actually can shoot a bare bone production using the equipment that we have. But if we don't, we have calculated a rough list of equipment that we could rent that can add up all the way up to $210 a day. So we will try to use an average and say about $100. Okay, for this case, we will use $210 just because we want to use a high margin and we want to find out the high margin. Finally, let's move on to service fees. This is important because every shoot is not the same as another. One shoot may just be a simple shoot for a university project, but we might also have to close down an entire road to shoot maybe a racing series or something like that. So this is the formula that we thought of. So effort fees would be our cost plus location plus equipment times 60%. So that's what we feel should be added up for our efforts. So if you look at the formula here, this will be the answer. So 40% of our service fees that I'll be charging will be used to hire extras, because naturally, if these costs increase and these responsibilities increase, we will need more people to handle it. And how many people we hire is dependent on the amount that we can add, but we will not go over 40% if necessary for the budget for external crew. So if you look at the total rough margin, it will just be cost or extras plus location plus the base service fee plus the time, extra time if there is, plus service fees, and finally plus equipment. And it will be this final amount, $3,624. If there's an extra day of shoot, does not really multiply by 2 for an extra day of shoot for everything. For example, equipment does not necessarily multiply by 2. It probably increases by maybe 30% every time. So this is when I have that another value over here which we won't use. It's just good to know. So in total, do expect a range of 600 all the way to $3,624.